Hi, welcome back to Play It Loud. This is going to be a fairly short video, is that what we call them? Where do we start? Those of us who are fortunate enough to live through what we would consider to be the greatest decade in rock and pop music, we have a problem. There was some fantastic music in that decade, some of which I'm still discovering now, and that'll be time for another video. There's some great bands, American bands, that never really made it in the UK, one or two UK bands that never really made it in America, and it was our loss and their loss. But decent music didn't die with the advent of punk. It went to sleep while the punk players learnt to play their instruments, and some of them got very good. And Springsteen found his audience. We're talking about late 70s. Yeah, it was about that time. And there's some very good music through the 70s, 80s, going off a bit in the 90s, and I have to be honest, from 2000 onwards, I have some problems, but not completely. We're going to get to those, and I'm not going to hang about, because I think there's some music that, if you were into the 60s and 70s, you probably know, but if you don't, let me showcase a few. We'll start with this man, Elvis Costello. Punk, originally, now somewhat revered. He's made some great albums. Damn it, he's recorded with Burt Bacharach. A punk musician playing with Burt Bacharach. But he's made some great albums. I really like his first two or three, but there are others. The man's no fool. He writes a damn good song. And if you haven't heard Elvis Costello's albums, then I recommend that you do. And moving on to America. Springsteen. You cannot have missed Bruce Springsteen. He's now recorded, I don't know, lots of albums. Most of them, not entirely all of them, but most of them very good. And his early albums in particular, that's the second album, the E Street Shuffle. Some of them get overlooked. That one does, because it was before Born to Run. That's a pity. It's a great album. A really great album. So if you don't know Springsteen, get into him, but I'm assuming most people do. So we'll move on to another band. And you all know these as well, I'm guessing. The Clash. Yeah? Fingers down. Imploded, sadly. Going to go on an American tour, stadium tour, and they would have been huge, but they pretty much broke up as they were on it, embarking on it, in the middle of it. It didn't work. They would have been as big as The Who. They played some really great rock music, and they knew how to hold an audience. Damn fine band. I've got to be honest, don't like their first album. They didn't make a bad album after that. Didn't make many, but they were a very, very good rock band. Okay. Do I have to say it? The Jam, very, very big. And again, a punk band as they started. So maybe dismissed by a lot of hippies, aging hippie like me. And again, I played their first album. It didn't do much for me at all. But their later albums are very clever. And there's no doubt that Paul Weller can write a damn good song. He could then. He still can now. Talent cream will always rise to the top. And the Jam had it. Paul Weller's got it. Don't miss out on them. Damn good music. Someone that the UK does miss out on, and I don't understand why. Buzz Skaggs. I think this is his first album. Features Dwayne Allman. One of the reasons I've got it. Fabulous track on there. Can't remember what it's called now. What is it? Lend Me a Dime. Loan Me a Dime. Wonderful music. Boz Scaggs played with Steve Miller's band, hippie band. I knew, brought Steve Miller's first couple of bands. This is before Steve Miller became a pop star. Children of the Future, terrific album with Boz Scaggs. Then Scaggs left, became a solo artist. Some of his later stuff could be called middle of the road. I know Terry Wogan, for those of you who remember him, was particularly keen on a couple of Boz Scaggs tracks. But again, cream will rise to the top. He's a great writer, wrote some fabulous songs. Listen to Boz Scaggs. You'll enjoy it. Two of my favourite American bands all time. And I won't pretend that I haven't got, I think, everything they've ever recorded. But not as highly regarded in the UK and Europe as they are in America. We'll start with this. That's Tom Petty's second album, I think. Wonderful man. Missed him in Hyde Park. I think it was the year or the year before he died. I didn't go, and I deeply regret it. Wonderful artist. And while we're talking Tom Petty, not his best known album, which is why I'm showcasing it. This is Let Me Up, I've Had Enough. Grossly underrated album. Really, really good stuff. I miss Tom Petty. I really do. I think he was massive in the States pretty much the whole of the time he was there. But for some reason, only bubbled under in Europe. Yeah. Moving on. One of the other artists who's greatly underappreciated over here, Warren Zevon. Warren Zevon, I don't know where to start. He's in the Randy Newman school of writing. He wrote some fabulous lyrics, contained little stories in small couplets. Zevon, again, sadly departed a few years ago now. Great quote. He was on an American TV show and he was dying of cancer and he knew it. And he was asked how he felt about it. And he said words to the effect of, "I've lived my life. I've really enjoyed it. I made me the way I am. I got to live with it or die with it," which he did. Very intelligent, great rock music. Sad passing. Okay, moving on to, I did say it's not always dead. And I've heard some music recently which surprised me because this is not aging hippies music. But I'm going to bring it to your attention anyway, because the young ones among you almost certainly know what I'm talking about. I didn't, and I had to find out. So, we'll start. Lana Del Rey. Again, this is about singer-songwriters. This woman can write a song. I've heard bits of other albums, but I love this album. This is Norma in Roswell. She's a great artist. Deserves the acclaim she's getting. Yeah. Lana Del Rey. Check her out. You might like other albums. At this point, you may switch off, but please don't. You know who it is. I brought this album for one track, the very long version of I Remember It Well. Taylor Swift can write a song. Now, I've gone into her catalogue and I find some of it a little samey. The backings, the tunes, they don't stand out enough, and life's too short to play 10 or 12 albums back to back when they begin to sound the same. But some of her songs are really clever, and she can sing and she can play. And you don't need me to tell you that she can hold an audience, she can hold an arena. A world superstar. She probably deserves it. She's got great talent. I don't see her stopping anytime soon. She's going to be going on like our heroes from the 60s have gone on. Yeah, she's very, very good. Okay, lastly, this one I only discovered recently, and I'm late to the party. Jason Isbell and the 400 unit, but really it's Jason Isbell. This was released only a couple of weeks ago. Foxes in the Snow, the album that I put on earlier, Nashville Sound. Jason Isbell is a talent, singer-songwriter. Listen to Foxes in the Snow, stream it, buy it, get the CD, whatever. Don't be put off, because Foxes in the Snow is just him and an acoustic guitar. Most of his previous work is with a band, and it's great. But he's done this album a bit like Springsteen's Nebraska. So the songs have to talk for themselves, and they do talk for themselves. So give Jason Isbell a listen. Highly recommended. Music didn't die in the 60s and early 70s. It has gone on. Having said that, have the Stones released a decent album in the last 40 years?